And welcome back to the NEST episode 6 already. And we want to have some fun. It's getting to that point where we're now, getting deeper and deeper into the pandemic. And I think it's time to have some fun, Mr. Panchella, with this one. And I'm sure the audience is looking forward to it. We're going to do top fives. Some top fives during your time at home today. But before we do that, Mr. Pants, why don't you give some shout-outs?
First, I'd like to give a shout out to the Virtual Spirit Week. I think that's a great idea. Student Council, Renaissance Club, Mr. Seeley, all those involved there. If I missed anybody, I apologize, but I know Mr. Seeley shared it with me. And, you got Move It Monday, share a picture of you doing some type of activity. TikTok Tuesday, which I'm not a TikTok guy yet, but it looks like I'm going to be getting into it.
All I know is TikTok is a sound o'clock, mates. That's all I know about TikTok.
I just know people are getting famous on it, and I'm sure everybody thinks they're getting famous now while they're stuck at home. We've got Wash Your Hand Wednesday. Send in a video of your hand washing technique. Make it fun. Make it educational.
30 seconds.
Get creative. At least 30 seconds. Hot water. We've got Throwback Thursday. Posting an old photo. Classic. Why not? Taking a visit down memory lane. And to wrap up the week, you've got PJ Friday.
Ooh. Pajama Friday. Love it. Pajama time. Great children's book, by the way, Pajama Time, for those of you with little kids. I also want to give a shout out to one of our great coworkers, Miss Kristen Lamellis. Miss Lamellis is right now, she just got a bone marrow transplant as she battles her disease and got the bone marrow now of a 24-year-old German girl. So, Guten Tag, over there in Germany, thank you for keeping Miss Lamellis healthy for us. She's in isolation right now in the hospital, but we know she's a fan of the podcast. So, Miss Lamellis, keep getting after it, keep getting better, keep staying positive. We love you, and we hope and pray for your recovery during this very difficult time. So, some quick shout-outs, man.
Right, and all those across the world who are sacrificing their own to be in the hospital settings and help those in need and create more opportunities for people to get tested. Again, like we've talked about, you're really seeing people coming together and operating as a unit right now, and that's a powerful thing.
All right, are you ready? Do these top fives. Have some fun. Now, the goal for these top fives, that hopefully those of you who are home are listening, and it creates some conversation around the dinner table, right, or around the couch, wherever you're listening to this, or you're thinking about it on your run. I think a lot of people have been listening to these as they're working out, and it's really made the time go fast. So hopefully we can be some, make your workouts go fast as well. We're going to do top 5 TV shows to watch, and this kind of generated from the Q&As that we got over the weekend. Top 5 movies to watch while we're home, top 5 music to listen to, and top 5 food. And I got a special category that you don't know about I'm going to throw in here at the end. So.
And we did not discuss with each other
we didn't talk about any of this.
What our top 5s would be, but we also would love to hear from you guys out there. Shoot us an email of your top 5s, things you think are ridiculous that Mr. Morrell is going to say right now, the music that you've never heard of that he's about to hit us with, along with, I can't imagine what movies he likes, but we'll see what's in store here. Right. I guess we'll start with movies. What do you got?
Yeah, we can do movies. How do you want to do it? I'll do 5, you do 5?
Yeah, go ahead. Throw it out there, but I'll probably interrupt you as you go.
All right, here we go. Top 5 movies. Number 5. And you got to remember where that I'm trapped in a house with 3 youngsters, 4 women, and a dog. So that's where number 5 comes from. It's Moana, the Disney Moana. Great songs there. You talk about, but she's kind of like alone on the ocean. And you ever put The Rock. Whenever you add The Rock, that's just game changer. So Moana is number 5. Great one if you haven't seen it. Number 4 is the Navy SEAL movie Act of Valor.
Seen it.
Watched that as a team last year with the football program. Act of Valor is a great one. 3 is like a cult classic. I watched it the other day. It's called Warrior, about 2 brothers that end up fighting MMA in a major tournament and then have to fight each other at the end. Nobody knew they were brothers.
Ooh.
Oh, my God. It's unbelievable. So that's my number 3. Number 2, I'm going back to the cartoons here. Throwback, can't beat it, Space Jam.
Ooh.
Space Jam. If you're in a bad mood, watch Space Jam.
There's something I grew up on right there.
Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley, Larry Grandmama Johnson, Muggsy Bogues.
Bill Murray. saving
And,
saving the day.
Sean Bradley, like total
I
bust.
don't
but,
know.
I mean, he fits whatever.
But like when they lose their powers and Charles Barkley's trying to play with the kids in the park and they're calling him a wannabe, I mean, I could probably recite the whole
Be
movie.
gone.
Yeah, be gone, wannabe. Be gone.
What a great crew, and it also allows my daughters to kind of be versed. They love Michael Jordan. Now they know those names. So we watched something on the Dream Team the other day. And then number one, no, it's a no brainer. Rocky 2. Rocky 2. Watch the fight between Apollo and Rocky at the end where they're both on the canvas trying to get up. He's counting them down. I get chills thinking about it, man. Rocky 2.
And is that they start 3 with them in the in the hospital beds?
No, that's 2.
That's 2.
So,
That's still in 2.
yeah.
So that the mutual respect grows.
We come back and do the next one, and you're not up to date on your Rocky knowledge, and this whole thing is going to end.
Tell you what, Rocky marathons have been all over the television because Rocky 4 is my favorite, so I skip right through it, and I want to fight Drago, and Creed goes down.
All right, what do you got?
Oh boy, you're not gonna like how I did this because they're open-ended, of course. But number 5, any Adam Sandler movie.
Okay.
Obviously, but Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, movies I've seen way too many times, and again, could probably go 2 hours through the movie and tell you every line. I'll throw in a Disney movie. Mulan is by far my favorite Disney movie of all time.
Coming out with the live feature soon.
Really, really looking forward to it. Again, you're looking for a little Disney motivation. It's right there in there, male, female, just working hard, everybody coming together. Any Christian Bale movie. I know you're on this kick right now too.
Get on the Batman, the Dark Knight trilogy.
Goodness gracious. Just recently watched Ford vs. Ferrari.
Outstanding.
Holy smokes, you don't even have to be into cars or know a thing. My wife gave me a hard time before we started it. Before you know it, she wants to stay up till 1 a.m. to finish it.
Amazing Christian Bale story. I was watching Christian Bale when he was a youngster. Empire of the Sun back in '89. That's a great one.
Some other ones I had thrown out there that he's in: The Fighter, American Psycho, The Prestige. I don't know if people have seen
anything
that. Wow.
Christian Bale.
You actually had it on your house today, and my sister Meredith will appreciate this, and Mr. Seeley, the Mighty Ducks series, including number 3.
That's just, you're wasting your time.
If you haven't
It makes no sense to me why you would even add that one. That movie should be stricken from the record completely.
If you haven't visited Eaton Hall Academy and what the Ducks do to the Warriors, you have no idea. You have no idea what you're watching, because when Gordon Bombay comes into that room and gets them kids reinstated, that's exactly where you want to be.
Watching it today upstairs.
And number 1, like I mentioned in the other podcast, William Wallace, Braveheart, Mel Gibson, the Scots fighting for freedom. It might be 3 hours long, but I think I've seen it 1,000 times. And I'll continue to watch it every time it's on.
So there you go. Top 5 movies right there. If you're trying to get a couple days checked out of the list here as we go through this, you can just watch those 10 and get it going. All right, start us off with top 5 TV shows to watch.
This one might be, I don't know if a lot of the high school students could watch it or even know what it is. I just recently watched it because I was too young when it first came out, but The Sopranos is my favorite TV series of all time. I know my father will be very proud to hear that on the podcast, but back when I was in high school is when my parents were watching it, and I was constantly being sent up to bed.
I was old enough to watch it. You were still probably in diapers at that point.
We're 4 years apart, ladies and gentlemen. Number 2, Breaking Bad.
Hold on, are you going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1?
I'm just throwing them out
All
as
right,
I
go
see
ahead,
them. Breaking Bad. Mr. Morrell's probably never seen it
ever. No.
but unbelievable series, great TV
Mr.
show.
Kirshner's seen it. That feels like it's right up Mr. Kirshner's.
Absolutely. Handmaid's Tale, another one that people probably have not seen, but on
Bishop used to say.
on Hulu, it's not. It's in depth. It can be a little deep, but it's phenomenal. Another one would be Schitt's Creek. That's SCHITTS. It's the town they live in.
You're gonna have to go back and.
Again, Mr. Morrell's probably never, ever seen that one. And I'll wrap it up with one that everyone knows, and this took my wife getting me into it, which I am now obsessed, is The Office.
Oh, yes, finally some quality on that list. That list is way above my pay grade. I don't know what to do with half the things.
That's a lot of reading of ratings right there to find those series, and they did not disappoint.
You need a Salisbury degree to figure that stuff out. Holy smokes. All right, here's what I got. Sorry, I'm going to take it down a notch here with these shows compared to what you had. Number 5, King of Queens. Get on that train. Mr. Kurt, what?
I just felt the same way, Mr. Kirshner. I don't even know what the king.
So Judge King. You don't know Leah Remini?
Watch it. I don't know.
Number 4, throwback. Got my kids all into this. Family Matters.
Oh, that.
Steve Urkel.
Well done.
Get some.
Well done.
Right? Family Matters is a great one. I was looking all over for the episode where Steve Urkel becomes Stefan Urkel. Do you remember?
An absolute
Were you
stud.
old enough for that?
Yes, I was.
And
Relax.
then 3, this is coming back on a reboot, Saved by the Bell. You can't go wrong with Saved by the Bell.
It's like you just read my mind after you said Family Matters. Holy smokes.
Saved by the Bell. These are all throwbacks to my younger days when I wanted to be AC Slater.
So you might as well just throw like Home Improvement in there, right? Like
anything
Tim
Allen.
the Tool Man.
Yeah,
like
anything Tim Allen.
That would be Mr. Kirshner right there. He's the modern day
He is.
Tim the Tool Man right there.
Number 2 for me is a newer one that's on CBS. I think SEAL Team. Right, it's a great one that we're into right now. And my number 1 is the same as you, The Office. Like, it's just, I don't know if The Office could even be on television today the way it's but I mean, it was so funny and broke so many rules back then.
You're absolutely right. You watch some of those.
That whole cast is ridiculous.
Some of those episodes, and you're like, nope, not a chance. Would that be on right now?
All right, what do you want to go to? Food or music next?
I guess we'll get music out of the way because we're just going to absolutely get ripped on this one.
I can't wait for these text messages to start coming in.
I've got a few that'll probably be okay. In any order, but I'll go Ed Sheeran, somebody I listen to a lot, especially on the run. But lately, I've stopped listening to music on the run, so I haven't. Roddy Ricch.
I've never heard of Roddy Ricch.
Roddy Ricch, up-and-coming rapper, just put out one of the greatest albums, of this time. The intro, the box, this is what kids want to hear. Mm-hmm. War Baby, just to name a few off that album that are just absolutely top-notch. But top to bottom, the songs are phenomenal. I know the West Deptford students are appreciating that shout-out.
Roddy Ricch. Let me make a note.
Roddy Ricch.
Go ahead.
West Coast rapper. Ben Howard, another one that people probably do not know, but unbelievable musician, really quality lyrics, easy listening music. Seen him in concert, phenomenal.
You've been on Ben Howard for a long time.
I have. Another one I've been on for a long time. You know how I feel. Florence and the Machine.
Florence and the Machine, outstanding.
And I'll go number 1. It's been my wife and I's favorite band for the last 10 years, and one of our first dates at the Electric Factory when there was a 150-person show. They now sell out 20,000-person shows, is The National. No idea.
Again, probably a Eustis thing. No idea.
I don't know why that gets thrown into Bishop Eustis, but 2 sets of brothers and another member, which makes it pretty cool. They've done some documentaries, but they are beyond famous, and their music is incredible.
The Electric Factory. I saw Megadeth in the Electric Factory the night before we played Paulsboro my junior year in '99.
I hope you won after that.
We did. We beat them for the first time ever. And let me tell you something. If you haven't seen it, don't make Megadeth your first show in the Electric Factory. Note to self. Whoa.
It's now owned by the Bowery.
Saw a lot of cars on fire.
No longer called the Electric Factory.
Oof. Just got the 5-minute call. All right. Here's my 5. Left this one open-ended. Miss Rebecca McGovern put this Rock My Run, I guess it's an app, on my phone for the handball tournament when we needed music. So shout out to Miss McGovern. And I've been listening to this, I guess it's Revenge of the Unholy Beast remix.
Is this a song or a band?
No, it's a channel. It's like a station.
Okay.
And it's got these mixes of rock and rap, but like good rap from back in like late 80s, early 90s. 4th on my list, it'd be Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band at the Odeon Hammersmith in London, 1975. Just watched the whole concert on YouTube on the Airdyne bike the other day, and there's an hour and a half of straight rocking out. It is unbelievable. Get that look off your face right now. I'm not going to keep going if you keep looking at me like that.
That's a Coach Dixon, Coach Folsom, maybe Mr. Kirshner type shout out right there.
My 3rd is any 80s rock ballads. Really into the 80s rock ballads right now. So White Snake is up there, and Foreigner, and Scorpions got some great stuff.
Is that like the Outfield and Journey? Or
Yes, you're absolutely right. Great call at the Outfield. I just put up one of their songs on.
1987. I'm I don't know all this.
Winning It All, last song on the Mighty Ducks. Number 2 is the Jocko podcast. It's not music, but
that's something to listen to, and it's phenomenal. I'd have to agree with you there.
On board. And number 1 is probably one of my favorite bands right now, Kings of Leon. Like anything that Kings of Leon do. Good workout music, too.
Saw him at the Comcast Center live, maybe arguably the greatest show I've ever been to. Absolutely incredible. That's a great one.
All right, top 5 food.
All right, number 5.
This is where it gets intense. This is where people are like, all right, bring it on. This isn't like top 5 healthy foods. This is top 5 now.
Like stranded on an island.
Right.
What items are you bringing? Because that's what you're going to live on for the rest of your life. That would be fair here. And I think the students will know what's number 1 coming from Joe as he eats 2 a day. It's hard-boiled eggs. I don't just eat them for the nutrition. I eat them because I love them.
With or without salt?
Doesn't matter. Plain, cold, fresh out of the egg, 4 days old. I do prefer the Trader Joe's everything but the bagel seasoning. You know, you've got every mix. Think about what's on an everything bagel. Just comes in a shaker and you put it right on the eggs. Phenomenal. Tacos, nachos, anything Mexican food. Sign me up. I'll eat it all day, every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Potatoes in general, but especially French fries. Any way, any style. Curly, fries. Straight, crinkle, waffle.
Yeah.
You name it. You want to put gravy on it. I don't know. Disco fries, loaded fries. It does. I mean, you could even throw tater tots in there. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you throw tater tots in there. It's a baked potato.
Because I've eaten
or a fried potato.
I've eaten them all. My wife absolutely hates it. Chicken wings.
Ugh, no.
Sauce on the side. Doesn't matter.
They're so inefficient to eat.
They're so bad for you as well. But why not use them instead of wasting those?
You're taking chicken wings in an island?
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
I'll probably be grabbing the birds on the island.
All right.
That's too much. And cheesesteaks, number 1.
Okay.
Hands down.
Yeah, I'm bored. I got number 5, honey bunches of oats, checking on the cereal checklist. Could eat honey bunches of oats all day. 4, Pop-Tarts. It should probably be reversed. Pop-Tarts should be 5 and honey bunches of oats should be 4. 3, popcorn from the Bowl and Basket brand that ShopRite's putting out now. I could eat a bag at a time. 2, scrambled eggs. And 1, burgers, preferably turkey burgers.
Oh, turkey burger, huh?
Cheese.
I could eat any burger as well. Alexandra just made stuffed blue cheeseburgers. Look out. So that's almost going to wrap us up. I have one last top moments that I put together without your knowledge over the weekend. That's my top 3 Joe Panchella moments since I've known you. So I'm going to throw these in here real quick with as little detail as possible so to ensure that we both keep our... What? Yeah, before you get going, I hope these are appropriate top 3 Joe Panchella moments.
Number 3 is our second year when you got threatened to be thrown out of the boys lacrosse game against Haddonfield at Riverwinds when we were playing that really tight field and the officials came over to me and said, I don't know who that guy is, but you got to get him out of here because he won't shut up. And I'm like, well, that's our athletic trainer and he can't go anywhere. Remember how aggressive you were that game?
That was a proud moment. That story may be affiliated with the old wives' tale of the gator.
Never heard of it. Anyway,
making its way there, but
so then our number 2 favorite Joe moment is when you pinned Steve Jacobowski in the first ever West Deptford alumni match. As time expires, he was up 2-1.
2-1.
And I'm screaming at him to stay away from you because I know what's coming. And you go over under, or was it double underhooks?
Double under.
And you just grab him and throw him to his back. I'm around now. And throw him to his back and pin him in front of his packed house and just took his manhood that he's still working to get back.
We'll make it. That's the first time I felt like an athlete in my life. I know he's a 2008 West Deptford best athlete, and I had never, ever felt like an athlete until that moment right there. So thank you, Steve.
And then number 1 is your kickoff luncheon speech that we probably should have paid $5,000 for back in 2018, I think it was, to kick off the school year with our athletes. And it was just 45 minutes where you blacked out and just gave us, it was one of the best speeches I've ever heard in my life. So
I appreciate it, but I guess we'll wrap it up there as much as I want to throw more at you. But, you know, we're doing some of these just to keep it fun. We know we've thrown a lot of information at you. We will be releasing the Ability Series as well and still coming with some more motivation. But we wanted to have some fun with you guys in a trying time. So keep hanging on with us. Keep listening to us if you feel like it. And please reach out to us with anything that you'd like to hear or want to share with us. We'll make sure we get it on the air. And, again, big thank you to Mr. Kirshner for putting this on. And we'll catch you guys soon.